Good evening and welcome to Des Moines. It's high school football on Thursday night. Roosevelt hosting Ottumwa. Dar Danielson here alongside Blake Walker on a beautiful October night for football, Blake.
It is. You couldn't ask for better weather. And it's October. It's the middle of October, and we're sitting in the mid-70s. It's a good night for football.
We got a matchup here. Two teams looking to finish the season strong and get a win, and looks like, on paper, they might match up pretty well here tonight.
Yeah, Ottumwa 3-4, Des Moines Roosevelt 2-5. You got a Des Moines Roosevelt team that's pretty even offensively, a little bit of running, a little bit of passing. And then you got an Ottumwa team that looks like the Georgia Tech teams. They just love to run the football. They don't pass the ball very often. They've only got 13 completed passes all year long. This is going to be a fun one tonight. Probably going to be one in the trenches.
And you hear in the background the Roosevelt Rough Rider Marching Band. They are good, aren't they?
They are. It is one of the best in the state, and they should be proud of it. Really nice student section all throughout. They were honoring all the seniors tonight, and there's a lot to be excited about tonight here at home.
So let's talk a little bit about a couple of the keys you see for these two teams tonight.
I think for Des Moines Roosevelt, I think it's just going to be getting the offense working in a set that they like. The last 2 weeks, they've only scored 6 points total, and if you last 3 weeks, only 20 points total. This is a team that has struggled to score the ball offensively. And they've kind of made a couple changes. Jadrian Knabb, who played quarterback most of the year, he switches and goes to running back. They bring in Leviticus Einertson, the sophomore quarterback. He's been getting a couple reps. I think they just got to try to find a flow of offense here to put some points up on the board. And then for Ottumwa, I think you just got to get back to a couple winning ways. They have been through the gauntlet the last 3 weeks. They've played Southeast Polk, Waukee Northwest, and Norwalk. I mean, that's just a tough stretch of games. Now they come back here to the Metro. They have their offensive identity figured out. If they just work it to perfection, I think they can get out of here with the win.
And I know I talked last week before the game with Centennial coach Indianola. Both of them said, how's your health? Well, at this time of year, we got some injuries here and there, about as good as can be expected as you're getting toward the end of the season, and we'll see here tonight. Roosevelt, a few more players here in the combination with Hoover, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just see that. I think that's not a thing that's going to make it all better in a year. I think that's a progressive thing. I think Roosevelt can be a legit possible playoff contender and sneak their way into the top 16 here in the next couple of years. Ottumwa has been close. Obviously, they're the first ever team to go 7-2 and miss the playoffs. So they've all been through their ups and downs, but tonight they match up so evenly on paper. We're really in for a good matchup. It's just one of two games happening in the state of Iowa. Indianola headed up to Sioux City North tonight. That game also just about to start.
And you see the captains coming out to the center field there, midfield to the ceremonial coin toss. As a referee talking to him, Roosevelt will be in the blue uniforms with the white. I love the blue there. And then Ottumwa in the white uniforms. And discussing kind of the ground rules. And with just the right amount of breeze tonight, not too bad.
Breeze is blocking, or it's blocked by the grandstands for us. It's blowing up to the north, so if you're headed to the north, that's where you're going to get your wind and all your help and whatnot. But
yeah, they see the American flag there down on the north side, just blowing a bit. So let's see what the call is here. I missed it when we were talking. Did you?
We were talking. I didn't quite see it. I think Roosevelt's gonna kick off to start tonight.
Okay, Roosevelt will kick it off, and Ottumwa will receive. As back deep is number 21, Mason Gravitt, and number 6, C.J. Vance, ready to take the kickoff here from Roosevelt.
Joshua Musango is the one kicking off for the Rough Riders.
And just a little wind at his back. And here we go, underway. Taken right at the 1, runs it out, and gets hammered down at the 14. Good coverage by Roosevelt.
That was a nice tackle coming in. That was Devontae Hunter, I believe, was the one who got in with the hit. And now we get to see a Roosevelt offense that's really, really interesting. 13 of 43 passing in this year. Just 101 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 6 interceptions. But they tote the rock, 1,107 yards on the ground. That's going to be their bread and butter. A lot of under-center, fullback type play.
Spencer Dalby, the quarterback, the sophomore, 5'10", 155. And Tyler Schaus, the 5'10", 210-pound senior. Send a man in motion, and that gets Roosevelt to jump right away.
We'll see here. Didn't look too egregious of who it might be on. And it is on Roosevelt. I thought maybe for a second one of the left guards have jumped for Ottumwa, but Ottumwa has pretty good size up front. There's no doubt about it.
So that makes first and 5.
They got Ezekiel Payton up there. They got Parker Duncan at center. A lot of big bodies to run behind.
Send 2 men in motion. There's a flag on that as the running back's going to get up to the 42, but this is not Canada, so you can't go 2 guys at once.
Yeah, Ephraim Herta was already in motion. He was the one with the ball carrier, but you're right. Illegal motion, that's going to bring that one back.
So they get the 5, and they give the 5 right back.
It's
Here
just
to start it out.
It's an early mistake. I mean, plenty of time to work such things out, get everything straightened back up, and reset as if nothing happened. All you did was just lose 15 seconds off the clock.
So now Dalby checking the wristband for the play. He'll come up under center. Sends back in motion. Now drops back. That's Huerta that went in motion. Now he's back over. Now he goes in motion again. They keeps it himself. Pitches now late. And they'll pick up a couple. Has faked to the fullback, kept it, and then pitched it out on the option. And picks up 4.
It's not a bad decision. Dalby just tosses over to Herta and makes the play. It fooled me. I thought it was going to the fullback in the backfield. That's one thing about this offense. These linebackers for Roosevelt are going to be tested real early and often tonight.
Not a bad chunk on first down. Makes it 2nd and 6. Back in motion again. They give it to the up back. Straight in there is Schaus. And he stopped right upended right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain there. 3rd and 6.
He leads the team in carries, 95 of them this year, 357 yards. He's the main back. But another thing is Dalby could also keep it himself, try to run it.
And as you mentioned, only 43 pass attempts, 13 completions. So
it's not often.
3rd and 6. Probably not going to pass. We'll see. Maybe they'll fool everybody. Send a man in motion and hand it back the other way. Around the edge, he's got room. Up to the 40, 45, 50, and is ripped down there. C.J. Vance on the run as they had the motion all going left and handed it back to the right.
Again, it's going to test the linebacker play of Des Moines Roosevelt because they're really going to have to jump on top of things and make sure they figure things out. And you have to know who has the ball out of the backfield. Good open field tackle by David Brooks Jr., the sophomore cornerback, to keep that from being a touchdown.
What was that, 44 yards on the handoff there? And now it makes it easier. They're right at the 50, so we can look right down into what the play is. Now pitch back, looking to head the corner. Has a block out front, and he'll get the first down. Does Ephraim Herta.
It was a really good block on the edge by C.J. Vance, kind of sealed that edge so that way Herta could get around. And Ottumwa's mixing in a couple backs here. I mean, that's what they have. They have about 3-4 guys that are possible to tote the rock. And
Roosevelt's still thinking about that big play. Like, where did that guy go? And now 1st and 10 at the 36. Dropping straight back, looking to pass, lobs it out over the head of Herta there.
And he was covered up for the most part by number 36, Rami Samir. Had him covered for the most part, wasn't really going to go anywhere.
So interesting, on 1st and 10, they throw a pass, but maybe that's the time. You've got to run.
It's too predictable to throw on 3rd down.
Yeah. Dalby checks the play call. Everybody else does too. Got the 2 slot backs there in the back. One goes in motion, and now we're going to get offside again, or?
Yeah, they had a jump in the middle. Number 76, Jackson Nyangabo, the junior lineman, got in a little early.
Second offside call on this.
One thing about this Roosevelt team, Dar, they don't have a lot of seniors. I mean, it's a lot of sophomores and juniors. It's a lot of guys that are getting opportunities. Obviously, that helps with the merger between them and Des Moines Hoover.
Dalby under center. Hands off to the first back through. He plows ahead close, and I think he might have the first down there. And then a Schaus, and a first down again here for Ottumwa.
It's hard to tackle Tyler. I mean, 5'10", 200 going downfield. I mean, he's a great option at fullback.
Roosevelt needs a big stop to kind of slow it down, get it figured out here. Dalby again, sends a man. Oh, there's a jump on the right side, this time by Ottumwa.
Charlie Morgan, the right tackle, gets the head start. Might be in for a lot of laundry tonight.
So, 2 offsides for Roosevelt, 2 motions for Ottumwa. So we're even up in the penalty category.
We're getting it.
But this one puts Ottumwa in 1st and long here, behind the chains for the first time tonight. Send a man in motion, Herta. And now he'll come back.
I can't tell if those are designed or if it's...
They're trying to pull him off. Now he goes again. Fakes the handoff, pitches it back. Has some room on the outside and gets some good yardage there.
I tell you what, Dalby did a really good job selling that because everybody pinches in, and then all of a sudden you pitch it outside to C.J. Vance. It gives you such a good opportunity.
And Asani, he kept out there and he shed the block. Otherwise, he's down the sideline and maybe scores on that. But Asani was out there, shed the block, and got the tackle.
The biggest part of those plays for Ottumwa are the sealing of the edge. If you don't seal the edge, you're not going anywhere.
So now makes it 2nd and 8 after the pickup of 7. Motion again, pitch back to the motion man. Herta, he's got room. He's got a blocker. Tries to turn the corner, and they're going to stop him right about the stick. And looks like maybe a yard shy of the first down.
It's really good sideways blocking right now for Ottumwa.
It's not that, well, is it stretch or no? I don't know.
I mean, it kind of feels like it.
But they're getting ahead on everybody, so the runner can kind of pick his way, and then they only put one receiver out, but that receiver is out there blocking the edge.
I think the biggest thing for the linebackers is they can't overthink. I think you're just going to have to go with your first instinct.
So 3rd and 1 here. They hand off right up the gut. He hits, and he's going to fall forward for 2 yards. Needed 1. Schaus gets the first down. So 1st and 10 in the red zone here for Ottumwa.
How about this drive? We're closing in on 6 minutes.
They took it at the 14.
Offense just slowly but surely.
Went ahead 5, then went back 5 on traded penalties. Now they're right down there, grinding the clock out. Just what you draw up. Dalby under center. Back. Rolls, looks to throw to the end zone. Knocked away. Great defensive play out there by David Brooks, I believe.
Kamari Tillman.
Kamari Tillman. Was 5, wasn't 6. Sorry.
And you said it.
Yeah.
That was a great play. I mean, they had him in the end zone. They had a receiver open. I believe it was Maverick Rath. And it was just a nice bat down. He didn't go for the pick. He just said, I'm going to go for the bat. It's a good play call, too.
So Kamari Tillman gets the knockdown.
Another
still in good
sophomore
shape,
DB.
though. Yep.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, still at the 15 for Ottumwa. They hand off, and there's a bear hug right at the handoff that time as Schaus. He said hello, and he maybe loses a little bit.
That was Jackson Nyangabo in the backfield once again.
Yeah, but he loses a yard, 3rd and 11. So this is where you want Ottumwa here.
And for those keeping track,
they've attempted 3 field goals, haven't made one.
I was just about to say, I was like, they have not hit a field goal this year.
Schaus sends Hurd in motion, now hands it back the other side. He's going to go in, touchdown. Ottumwa from 16 yards out. C.J. Vance.
Boy, Dawson Weller, the pulling guard, big number 72. If you have a replay of it, you'll see him. He was the man who made the play. Dar's closer to it. Watch number 72. He's the one that lays the block to make this play work. It's just off your screen. That was earlier. That was earlier in the game.
That was a play ahead. The play before that.
But either way, very good play by Dawson Weller at right tackle to be able to make that play.
So out for the PAT is Joel Halgren, the senior. Left footer pounds it through, and it's 7-0. Ottumwa. We'll take a break, come back with a kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Stream break.
And we're back here at Medicom Stadium. Ottumwa takes it, goes down the field. They went 86 yards on the drive. They didn't complete a pass. They tried a couple.
No, they tried.
But a 16-yard touchdown run by C.J. Vance. So Ottumwa will be kicking off.
28-27 back for Roosevelt.
Okay. That would be Jamari Harris and Jaden Shields back deep to receive the kickoff. And it's going to be muffed into the end zone for a touchback. And Roosevelt will take over. 1st and 10 at the 20.
I talked about it in our pregame, but a team that has kind of shifted how they do offense. Jadrian Knabb played most of the season at quarterback, 359 yards, but they've switched. They've moved over to Leviticus Einertson, the sophomore, who now plays quarterback. And now Knabb sometimes comes in at running back. Well, it looks like they're going to go Jaden Shields in the backfield. 367 yards rushing this year and 3 touchdowns.
So Einertson in the shotgun. Shields behind him. Trips right. Shields comes up in motion. They wing it out in the flat. Has the room up the sideline and knocked out of bounds over there is Evan Wold, excuse me.
Leading receiver. He's caught 35 passes this year. The next closest guy has caught 10. They have their guy, and he's only a junior.
Over 400 yards now. He had an 80-yard touchdown catch, too, in that. So back out. This time, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand off, looking for room. Slowly winding his way up is Jaden Shields.
Shields on the carry for the Riders.
That's about close to what he averages per carry. He averages 4.8 yards per carry this year, Jaden does. And, again, I keep saying it, but plenty of sophomores on this team. A lot of sophomores and juniors make up this whole roster.
Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6 now. We'll send 2 receivers to the right, to the left, excuse me, 1 to the right. Shields in the backfield. Dropping back. Looking out wide and just overthrew him. That was a long way to go. Had him open out there. But
Kamarian Settle. Or Kamarian.
Settle, yep.
He was open too. I mean, it was a really good post route. Just overthrown.
And very deep, though. Long throw across the field. So Settle and Zeze will come to the left now, and they send two receivers right. Empty backfield for Leviticus Einertson. A sophomore, 6'3", 200-pound quarterback. Drops back, wings it out quickly to the sticks. And first down.
That's enough.
Got it there, and he caught it.
I believe 15, Armand Peterson. That's his first catch of the year. He literally caught it at the sticks and went down on his knee.
Well, he caught it. That was the main thing.
Well, the good thing is that was a route meant for the sticks. So it's meant to go
when
you hit the first.
He didn't go a yard shy and that.
And the ball was almost out by the time he turned around. So really nice pitch and catch there by Einertson and Peterson.
Now they go trips left. Single back in the backfield.
They got Harrison in the backfield here.
Send a man in motion as Wold. They hand it off. Looking to cut back. Stops. Back inside. Breaks through. Spins around. Up for the first down.
Boy, Jamari Harrison has got some wheels on him. I mean, a really nice cutback move. That play was blown up in the backfield.
Let's watch it. Looked like they had him stopped here. You see he goes left. Nope. Cuts back. Whoop, whoop. Now up the middle. And just that motion of sliding back, the defenders were all going one way, and he cut against the grain there.
That worked out.
Roosevelt into Ottumwa territory here, trying to answer the score in the opening drive. Fakes the handoff, wings it out, has a man at the 40. Knocked out of bounds over there. Is that Wold again?
I believe so.
Evan Wold, the junior.
You talk about two completely opposite offenses. You got an Ottumwa one that likes to run the ball, and this team likes to spread it. I mean, they
spread it and throw it. Yeah,
they'll do whatever they want, and they'll make you think about what you're going to see.
So they'll send two left now, one right, tight right for the receivers. Single back in the backfield. Going to hand it off right over the right side. Runs into a wall over there. Number 12 is Tyler Schaus.
Tackle for Ottumwa, number 12, Tyler Schaus. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Schaus playing both ways.
From the 35-yard line of Ottumwa.
And a big third down, 3rd and 1 here for Ottumwa, or for Roosevelt, excuse me.
I tell you what, I hate to see either of these two teams in a 2-minute drill. These guys like to kill the clock.
Harris is the back. Hand it to him. He skips outside, cuts all the way outside, still going, gets a hand down, and he's down inside the 25, gets the first down and more. He needed one, he got about 12.
Really good shifty back. I mean, you're going to see here, he's going to get a really good block on the right guard, and then boom, he hits the hole, and he's really tough to tackle in open
He's
air.
got that little move where he can plant and go sideways and not lose any speed there,
Right.
does he? Now they'll send everybody out and
watch for number 4.
Einertson alone in the shotgun. He drops straight back, looking, wings it over, intercepted. Did he keep possession? He did. And trying to see who that is.
45, John Winchell. And what really hurt Einertson there, he stared down Wold the entire way. If you have a replay of it, you'll see it. I mean, he comes out of his break, and he's looking at him the whole time.
Yeah.
And
see, look at he's looking straight left, throws it there. Winchell is a backer dropping back, picks it off. So the first turnover here.
8th interception of the year for Einertson. Still yet to throw a touchdown pass.
So the first turnover goes to Ottumwa. With 2:12 to play, that'll give Roosevelt the ball at the 14 where they started last time. They wing it out and over the head of the intended receiver out there, Dion Berry. Or excuse me,
See, I'm of the
Maverick
opinion.
Raft.
I'm of the opinion if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm
Yeah.
just kind of surprised they've kept going back to the air because
well,
it seems
I don't
like
know. Maybe it's to keep him honest a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, but shoot.
But only once has Roosevelt really stopped
Yeah.
Ottumwa's rushing attack.
So that stops the clock. They shuttle in another player there for Dalby. Sends the man in motion. Now says go back over to Herta. Herta now back in motion. Now we got two guys in motion. And flags down. That's going to be illegal shift on Ottumwa.
Quarterback keeper for Dalby, no gain.
Well, and for Coach Light, it's week 8. You kind of want those mistakes to be run out because it's not like this offense has changed by any means from week 1 to week 8. So
Yeah.
you're a little disappointed if you're Ottumwa's side that those mistakes are still kind of happening.
Yeah, because like you say, this far into the season, you'd think everybody be down with it, so that'll be motion on Ottumwa. And that'll make it second down and 15.
Looks like it.
Dalby hands it off to the first man through, and he's slammed back to the 2-yard line. No room.
Well, I tell you what, Jackson Nyong'obo is just everywhere. I mean, he had that red from the outset, and I'm actually surprised they gave him more yards than they did because I felt like he was short.
So all of a sudden, Ottumwa had a turnover, a chance to capitalize, but the Roosevelt defense has stiffened up here. Now got him in 3rd and 20. And for a running team,
If you're Roosevelt, watch for the end around. That's what
Yeah.
killed you so much on that first drive.
Drops back. You're going to hand it off up the gut, try to give the punter a little more room. And
Tyler Shaw's on the
they get it out, so
That was a good response by Roosevelt's defense.
they didn't get a first down, did they?
No. Especially after that first
Yeah.
drive. They really needed that.
So Dawson Weller will go back to punt. He's averaging about 35.5 yards a punt.
He looked pretty good against Southeast Polk when we watched him. I think he was a little off against Northwest, but they got Wold back to return.
Evan Wold, back to receive about the 43. High snap. He handles it. Gets it out. It's going to go up high and bounce out about the 30. Well, they're going to mark it a little farther than what I thought it was. I thought, no, he's coming back. Okay.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Ernest Brune, he was ready to take that back to the
31.
house. I mean,
Yeah.
he waved fair catch and then he took off.
Well, he was excited to see it went short there. So now Roosevelt comes out. No harm, no foul on the turnover as the defense stiffens up. They get the ball back, force a 3 and out. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 31, about where they were when they turned it over.
If I'm Roosevelt, I'd keep this on the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
You got two really good backs that have really shown a lot tonight.
Test them just a bit before you go the air. Drop. Wool goes back around. Now handoff. Looking for room outside. Spun around his Shields that time.
I really like Evan Wold in this offense because he kind of seems like a utility player. You don't really know where he's going to go.
Yeah,
They're going
moves
to
all
sneak
around.
him around. And
You can hit him on the pass. They haven't done the inside handoff to him yet, but
boy, what a fun first quarter.
yeah, and it's,
And it
man, it's
flew
already
by.
it did. Well, we didn't have a lot of passing, so there you go. First quarter's over. It'll be Roosevelt 2nd and 6 at the 27 on the other end when we come back after this on CISN.TV.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. we could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
Back here at Mediacom Stadium in Des Moines, Roosevelt, at the change of the quarter, they moved ball down the other way to the 27. They threw an interception to Ottumwa, but the defense held, and now Roosevelt. Chance to get back on the scoreboard or get on the scoreboard and even it up. They wing it out to the right side and double covered out there. And there's a late hit, I think you're going to say.
It's on Mitchell Jordan, the cornerback.
Yeah.
It was late. Guy was coming down. Receiver was coming down, and
he was heading out of bounds, and he put a shoulder into him.
That was Armand Peterson, who was the intended receiver, and that's a good call.
Yeah.
Didn't really even let him land, even if he had the ball, and that's another costly penalty. That's going to be 15 yards for Roosevelt.
So the first non-5-yard penalty we've had tonight.
First penalty that didn't occur in the backfield.
Yeah. It wasn't a motion or offsides.
Yes.
Here. So, but it's a big one for Roosevelt as it takes the ball.
Down inside the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone.
Metro Heating and Cooling red zone down to the 13-yard line, just about.
If you're Roosevelt here, I don't think you can get cute.
No.
I think you just got to kind of keep it on the ground.
Pound away if you can.
Yep.
Here we go. Einertson hands it off. Cutting outside. Has room. Cuts again. Touchdown. Riders. That's Jaden Shields. And one play after the penalty, they take it in.
He gets a great block off left tackle. You're going to see it here, and then he has kind of an entourage going upfield. It's almost a counter.
Yeah.
And then you said it, Dar. He just
does
made
a little
two guys
dip
miss.
and then outside around the corner. And we are an extra point away from tying this up here. Joshua Musengo. I'm looking, I don't have my kicking stats on him for some reason.
It's 3 of 6 PAT this year.
Okay.
So we'll
Samuel
see.
Zeze, I believe, is the holder. He puts it down.
And
no good.
I think it was either blocked or something happened.
Yeah, did it get? So it's 7-6 here. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Back for the Rider kickoff. It's a high one. Taken at the 11. Looking for room outside. Cuts it through. It is pulled down from behind at the 35.
Got a penalty marker down at the 28-yard line.
C.J. Vance, a good return there. So Roosevelt answered but missed the PAT, and we've got a 7-6 ball game here. And the flag down on the far side. That sometimes is a block.
Most likely a hold.
Yep, holding against Ottumwa.
Holding penalty against Ottumwa.
What is that, 5 or 6 penalties on the Bulldogs already tonight? Not helping themselves.
No, they've got
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last two, the personal foul and then the 10-yard holding.
Twice tonight
Hurt
they've
'em.
started inside their own 20, and one time you go all the way down, the other time you had to punt. So this could go either way.
So Dalby out with those 3 backs, and he keeps it that time and is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. First time we've seen that.
That was Austin Cohen got in the backfield. He read it the whole time. I was looking at Shoss. I thought Shoss still had the ball, but
Well, I thought he gave it to the up guy.
Yeah.
It's like,
but that's what I was talking about. These linebackers are going to have to
Yeah,
have to commit. They can't just sit in the backfield and wait.
the
That
third
time-
series here, they're now
Yeah.
figuring things out a little bit
That time Austin did.
on the handoffs. Pitch back, looking for room, cuts it back inside, almost broke it free there, but tackle comes in and knocks him down.
Tackle by number 21 for the Riders, Ushindi Abwe.
The pitch
And-
plays have been their go-to. I think
Yeah.
that's where they're making up all their
'Cause
games.
they've been able to get outside and seal that edge, so
Yeah.
that was a big pickup on 2nd and long. Now they got 3rd and 3 here at the 23. Man in motion, they pitch it back to him. He's looking to get the corner, stops, cuts it up, and he may just have enough. C.J. Vance, I think he does for the first down.
Well, it was read pretty well. Ramey Samir is really having to work hard tonight at linebacker, big number 36, but
But he was pretty patient when he
He
got out
was,
there.
yeah,
He-
yeah.
He slowed and looked for the flow in the hole and then put his head down and went north and south.
that's the thing with as a linebacker, it's tough. But
Yeah.
for a running back, you also have to be patient because it's not everything's just going to be perfectly sealed on the edge. You might
So
have to
now
wait
first,
and cut.
first and 10 at the 27 for Ottumwa. Dalby sends a man in motion up the middle, straight through. That time on the carry is Schaus.
I mean, he got 8. That's about as good of a carry as you can get.
I was
on
trying to
first
watch
down.
the other backs, and he just flew right up
Yeah.
the middle and dove and nearly.
It's just so tough on a defense
Yeah.
because your eyes are everywhere. I mean, who has the ball? That's the big question.
2nd and 2. Keeps it outside. Wanted to pitch. Now turns it up himself. Dalby. I think that was a good decision. The pitchman was covered there.
Rider tackle by number 33.
I don't know if the refs know where the ball was.
I don't think they did.
Dalby had the ball. I thought for sure
They were
Schaus.
trying to mark it where Schaus was.
That was such a good fake.
Do we
The
have a
refs didn't
replay
know where
of
the
that?
ball was.
No. Yeah, they followed.
They followed
Schaus.
Schaus when the ball was clearly with Dalby.
Yeah. Because he was up about the 40.
Well, and Coach Brune, I think he's curious.
They're going to give him a first down, but. Yeah, okay.
My goodness. It's a testament to how interesting this offense
Yeah,
is.
Dalby is fooling everybody here. I
Let me
was
get my
back
binoculars out. Maybe
under
I'll figure it
center.
out.
And he still got the ball, cuts up, and all the way down to the 42.
I brought the binoculars out, and I still
Yeah,
followed
I know.
Schaus.
I was following the man he handed it. I thought he handed it off to, but he goes outside.
my
The
goodness.
referees are doing the same thing. They're watching the inside handoff. But so now it's a first down into Rider territory for the Bulldogs.
And Dalby this year, 165 yards rushing, only 3.8 yards per carry. So he's not getting a ton, but
It's that It's the handed footwork that's doing it, though. Under center now. Oh, fumble. And
I think Ottumwa's got it.
Ottumwa got back on it.
Fumble in the play. Recovered by Ottumwa.
But like they did in that first quarter, they kill a lot of clock with this offense.
Yeah.
I mean, they will own time of possession. It makes Roosevelt's offense put a lot of pressure on themselves that they cannot either turn it over like we saw them do.
So now they come back out here. Dalby under center. And he'll keep it. Pitches it late. And that time, defender right there, he gets a yard out of it.
That was Finn Tice, the linebacker. Got back there. Really nice tackle by the sophomore.
Hands on the carry for Ottumwa. 43 on the tackle
And
for the Riders. Finn Tice.
they're closing that edge off a little better now. Roosevelt is.
And what's crazy is 3rd and long. I
Yeah.
just don't know if they're going to pass.
Yeah, you don't know if they will or not.
Because you've had almost every other run is
But
working.
I'd say look for it to come back to the left
Yeah.
here. Get those two slots, a single back behind the quarterback. Here they come, and right up the gut. And it's going to leave them about 3-4 yards short, but I'm thinking they're probably going to go for
Has
it
to
here.
be. I think it's 4-down territory. But your defense did have a turnover, so, I mean, you can trust them if you want. But, yeah, I think with how much you're averaging per play, I'd stay out there.
4th and 4.
They're going to bring in Corbin Wilson, 6'7" junior tight end. They're going to come in.
He lines up on the right. They're going to flip Herta over out to the left. And timeout called, I think, by Roosevelt. They got to look at that formation, want to talk it over. We'll take a break, come back after this on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Back here, out of the timeout, Ottumwa. 4th and 4 at the Roosevelt 37. Man in motion. They're going to roll, looking for Schaus, and it's knocked away. Good defensive play by number 32. That is...
Don't have one.
Don't have a 32 on here. Let me check my other sheet.
I always go to the next closest number. Maybe it was Elijah Quinn and maybe it was Isaac Fanda.
Yeah.
Maybe. Good coverage. Really good coverage. That was pretty much red the entire way.
And he stayed right with him, and he brought the arm around. He didn't.
I am surprised Ottumwa didn't keep it on the ground. I just feel like if it's your bread and butter and the offensive and passing attack has just not worked.
Have those receivers go a little deeper and open it up for a Dalby to come around there. But
Dalby keeps it.
They turn it over on downs. And back out is Leviticus Einertson. Hands it off, looking for room over there and right into the pile, Jamari Harris. And there's a late flag and
couple.
We'll see what that is.
The way everyone was pointing, maybe somebody from Ottumwa did something. I'm not sure, but you said it.
Well, one of the Ottumwa players ran out of that pile real quick. So
well,
let's see.
no, it looks like a Roosevelt player is coming off. So
Penalty on the play.
Coach Brune is coming all the way out to the hash mark. So, yes, it's on Roosevelt.
So they are still talking it over here, the officials. No indication of.
The penalty is on Caleb Jett.
Personal foul on Roosevelt.
Personal foul called on the Riders.
Yeah, I don't know. Jett must have done something extracurricular in the bottom of the pile, something of sort. And Roosevelt didn't back up enough. I mean, that's a 15-yard penalty, so we saw Roosevelt benefit, Dar, from that 15-yard penalty earlier. Now it obviously pushes them back. And
major penalty they've had against them tonight.
You got to think they're probably going to the air here.
2nd and 24 for Einertson. And he hands it off, looking for room. Moving around, a lot of running, but not much yardage there for Jamari Harrison gets, maybe 1 yard out of the deal there. So 3rd down and 22 at the 25. So now I would be willing to bet they go to the air.
It feels too obvious to pass, but we'll see. And keep an eye out for number 4 here.
Einerson, empty backfield for him in the shotgun, and now timeout Roosevelt. And they take another one here. We'll take a break on CISN.TV.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Out of the timeout, Roosevelt, 3rd and 22 at the 25. They took the timeout. Einertson, empty backfield. Drops back, looks. Throws it deep. Oh, and just over the head of Jaden Shields. Had him out there, and he did his best to look left, look right.
Well, that's what I think killed it. Jaden was really off and moving, but he kind of slowed a little because he thought, I'm going to get the ball now.
Yeah.
No, it was still a bit longer over his head.
Yeah, maybe if you keep straight line. So they go deep, but over the head. Now Sam Zeze will come in to punt.
C.J. Vance.
Back to return for the Bulldogs.
Good snap. And Vance comes up, fumbles it, now gets back on it. So he'll lose a couple yards, but he was looking upfield thinking he had a little green there and then bring it in. And then, of course, you're playing under lights. These are pretty good new lights, but you don't get quite the glare with these new type lights that you used to. All the light is directed down on the field.
Not bad starting field position here for Ottumwa at your own 43.
Yeah, 1st and 10, you at the 43. And
remember, Roosevelt gets the ball to start the half, so if Ottumwa can kill this thing down.
Well, and if they get a drive going, they're likely to grind it out and work the 5:26 off the clock. So here we go again. Spencer Dalby. 2 wing backs and the tailback behind him. And he keeps it, pitches it late, looking for Vance. He cuts around the edge, gets up to about the 50.
Vance on the carry for Ottumwa.
Well, Dalby, if he wasn't careful, Roosevelt almost had him before the pitch, and he probably wasn't thinking about that. So he's got to be on his toes.
It's not your traditional option.
No,
not a lot of teams run that anymore. But, yeah, he's coming down the line and really pitches it late in through the defense. But
he got 6 yards.
6 yards on it, yeah.
Can't hate it.
Right at the 50-yard line, the nose of the football. Lee set up again. That time, hands it off, and driving ahead is Schaus.
That should be a first.
Man, he stretches out that 200 pounds and gets a lot of yardage. It's a first down.
He's hard to bring down on first contact.
First down for Ottumwa at the right on 47.
To 1st and 10 at the 47. Oh, ball pops up right back to Dalby. He tried to pull it out late.
They've been flirting with that a couple times tonight when I've been looking at the handoffs fully.
And for all that they've done with it, they haven't had any fumbles on the exchange so far. Early on, they had a little trouble getting everybody in the right motion. But so now 2nd down and 10 at the 47.
One of those things where you got to get in a groove.
Yeah. Dalby checks the play call. Pitches back, looking for the corner. Still goes, tried to go over the pile there, but good pursuit by Roosevelt. 30 on the bottom of the pile, Isaac Fende.
Coach Light is not happy about something. I don't know what it is, but he's not happy about something that's happening out on the field.
So
got a personal foul shot block or below the waist. Boy, you never see that call.
No, not usually.
That's most likely what he's mad about. That's a big 15-yard penalty.
That's the second major, third, I guess. They had the holding and now this, and that. Penalties have hurt both teams here in their drives. So now you got 2nd and 25.
I did not see that called a lot. Illegal block below the waist.
Dropping back, looking to pass, throws it out, has a man caught by Vance and pulled down at the 20. Where are they going to mark that? At the 29. Let's see, we got the replay here.
How long of a pass do you think that was? About 29, 30 yards?
Yeah.
That is the longest pass that Ottumwa has completed all year long. Because coming into tonight, no receiver had more than 26 yards receiving.
Yeah, so.
Beautiful throw by Dalby.
Vance stretched out and got it.
That was a great throw.
Brought it in. 1st and 10 at the 29. They're back in business. Hands off right up the middle to Schausch.
Number 12, Schausch on the carry for the Bulldogs up the middle. Number 32, Juju on the tackle for the Riders.
Well, if you keep the run going, you don't need to pass it that often. And
like we've talked about, they can kick. Yeah. It's just 0 for 3 kicking most of the time. Still have struggled in that category.
Dropping back and handing it off. Schaus right up the middle again.
I mean, he's averaging about 3-4 yards a carry.
Yeah,
That's
he
why
is.
When they went for it earlier, it just kind of baffled me that they passed.
Because he's only 5'10", but 200 pounds, and he stretches out every time he gets through that hole. Makes the most of it. He's behind the quarterback again. And he keeps it himself. Dalby pulls it out that time. He gets the first down. Down inside the 20 into the red zone here.
Quarterback keeper. Tackle by 52. Brendan Bracken.
And that clock just keeps on moving. Exactly what Ottumwa wants to have happening here.
Brendan Brackens, this 5'10 senior, with the tackle. And here we go again. Pitch it back on the outside. Wide open there. Breaks a man. Touchdown.
TJ Vance on the 18
Yep, Vance.
run for Ottumwa.
Vance, a little nifty footwork there.
That was a really good late pitch by Dalby, and that set the whole thing up, and then he just had one missed tackle.
Here's the boom. Slide steps the man and into the end zone. Vance with the second TD.
Holgren on for the point after try for Ottumwa.
And the PAT coming here by Holgren. Snap is high, held down good, and the kick is good. And that makes it 14-6. Ottumwa will be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
And here's the kickoff, back deep, and it's going to go into the end zone. Harrison wanted to pick that up, but let it roll, and that'll give Roosevelt the ball. 1st and 10 at the 20, trailing now by 8 after Ottumwa. Don't pass very often, but had a big pass, Blake Walker, to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and it was a good throw by Dalby. And now you look at it the other side. Roosevelt gets the ball back to start the second half. I don't think these teams are built for 2-minute drills, but I think if you're Roosevelt here, you maybe try to take a shot or two and just see if you can get a couple chunk plays to try to get on the scoreboard once again here before halftime.
Einertson comes out. Jaden Shields in the backfield with him. Wings it out, going to try a quick little pass out in the flat, and that picks up quite a few yards, and he gets out of bounds.
Someone wanted to hold. They thought for sure one of the wide receivers out there for Roosevelt was holding, but no call. Not a bad play.
Roosevelt just one timeout left here. We'll break the huddle with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And off to Shields again. He looks for room, breaks it outside, has a seam up the left side and is knocked down about the 45. A good pickup, and he gets out of bounds.
Man, he is 5'9", 175, but man, he moves.
He's got that lateral movement. That's crazy.
It's so amazing how he
gets to his lineman, slides, and then goes. It's like Frogger. Remember that game? You'd slide right and then boom, straight up through.
I mean, he is
just
boom, I thought maybe Roosevelt would just try to keep this thing in the air, but
1:21. That took 9 seconds, so plenty of time still here. Roosevelt trips right, single receiver to the left. Dropping back now, looking, going to wing it out wide out there just over the head of the intended receiver, Camarion Settle.
Got a flag in the backfield. Ottumwa was blitzing, and I think Roosevelt held to try to hold back said blitzer.
Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Riders from the 43.
And it is.
I know they're sending those guys wide, but maybe have one of them come back to the middle because all that coverage is coming out.
It was Joshua Lee who was the blitzing back.
Got a flag down on the far side. It's going to be holding. So
not going to help a ton here. And we've seen tonight penalties derail these two teams' drives.
Yeah, and they were in good business there, but now with the penalty. Wing it out. Try that play again out there in the flat. And Wold gets it that time.
Pass completed to number 4, Evan Wold.
One of the things they are doing is they're getting out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, they've wasted, not wasted, used 15 seconds?
But they didn't get a lot of yardage that time.
15 seconds this whole drive. Penalties will help, obviously, stop the clock, but.
Second and 16.
Second and 16, so he got about 4.
I think you got to
On the
try
pickup.
another deep shot here if you're the Rough Riders.
Yeah, and you do have a timeout, so maybe try it up the middle. Let's see. Looks like man-to-man coverage on the outside. Dropping back. Throws it out to Wold, and Wold is hit and drops it. Incomplete. That was probably the best thing for him.
And once again, Einertson, out of his progression, looked at one guy. I mean,
Yeah.
Evan Wold was the one, and obviously he's their best receiver, but it was an easy read for defenses. And for Ottumwa right there, they had that cover. That's why Evan got blown up right when he caught it.
Yeah, he came in replacing Jadarian Knabb, so a little bit of a learning curve here. 1:03 to play, 3rd and 15 now at the 38. For Einertson. Going to hand it off this time, right up the middle. Looking for room. Plowing ahead is Shields.
James Shields on the carry.
He gets back to the 45.
Tackle for the Bulldogs, number 72, Dawson Weller.
Ottumwa immediately calls the timeout.
Ottumwa had, I was just say they had all 3 timeouts. They'll take one here
Timeout called by Ottumwa.
with 56.1 to go.
Well, now I think about what offense will Ottumwa try. Obviously, I bet we see a pass or two, but I tell you what, these pitches have really worked at times.
And, on the reverse where they get
Yes.
everybody going one way and then
Yes.
send it back the other way, and that's where they've that's where they scored twice for C.J. Vance coming back the other way. Looking to see if they get a good return first. Man, if I told you we'd be sitting out here in mid-October,
It's
just watching the
unbelievable.
game, it's crazy.
It's
isn't it? How
unbelievable
nice it is
outside.
out tonight.
We should enjoy it. Tomorrow looks like
'cause
it'll be the
who
last
knows when it'll turn.
warm day, and then it looks like we'll be moving on down.
It was nice to even get some overnight rain a little bit the last couple days because things are back. Zeze to kick, and
For the Bulldogs, number 6, C.J. Vance.
Vance is back again to receive the kick. Zeze would like to probably kick it away from him. Good snap, and he does. He kicks it over to the left. Vance takes it, though. Good coverage down there immediately, and they're going to pull him down.
Late flag.
Ryan Champion, I think, on the tackle.
I don't really know what this could be. They might give Finn Tice a possible late hit, but
Or they get a face mask? I don't know.
I really don't know what this call could be. Unless it's a horse collar? I felt like that was a pretty clean
I don't know,
play.
but we were talking about how fast this game's going.
Yeah, I
now
know,
it's
that
really slowed down
came
with
to
the
a halt.
penalties.
I really don't know what this is going to be. Holding on Ottumwa. I'm not sure where the holding was. I don't know. It just felt like there were a lot of Roosevelt guys there. Not sure. Well, they've started from the 14 before and scored, but that took, 6 minutes?
Yeah, that's 11 penalties on them now, and Roosevelt has
Dar's running out of
quite a few
spot on his
spots to put
space on his paper.
Yeah, so let's see what they do here. We'll probably see if they can break one early, and then they got 2 timeouts left. Hands it off, right side. Going to get a couple yards. They're going to let the clock run.
Yeah, I think that penalty got rid of any chance.
Yeah, Like you say, they went 14 yards in the first drive, but that was the first drive. They had a lot of clock.
They technically do not have to run a play.
So they'll set up again.
Oh,
and they
he's
hand
got
it out
blockers.
outside. Got a little room. Breaks through up to the 32.
Well, that had a lot of potential there.
Yeah. Clock stops on the first down. 11.2 seconds to go. But they're not the kind of team either. You line up and throw it down the field and hope you get behind somebody.
I don't know if they have a shotgun play in the playbook.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kind of surprised. I mean, that worked really well. He had 3 guys out in front of him, but just not quite enough of the blocking that they wanted.
Frankly, part of Dalby's elusiveness is he's way down under the center, and when he comes out, you don't know exactly where he's going with the ball on that first move.
Well, they got 1 timeout. If they want to try to kick, they can. They're 0 for 3 if they can get it in quote-unquote field goal range, but 11 seconds is going to go by real quick here.
Yeah, they called that one after. It was a first down, stop the clock, but they called the timeout with 11.2 seconds to go. And
Roosevelt's using this time up out more than Ottumwa is. Ottumwa's been ready.
Ottumwa scored on the first drive, took Roosevelt a couple to score, and then they missed the extra point, and then Ottumwa came back, scored again. And here we go. Inside handoff back to Vance again. He stumbles through, loses the ball. Picked up there across the 50.
And there's your
and timeout Ottumwa with 2 seconds
to
go.
You know, what's crazy is there's a chance. Nicholas Carlson was the one who hopped on top of it. If Nicholas got a good enough bounce, he could have just kept running with that thing, but he decided to slide and go after it. Take a look.
See here, see it bounces out there. Well, it was a little ways away from him.
But I think if he got a good enough bounce, he could have just picked it up and ran.
Yeah.
You think Ottumwa has a Hail Mary in the playbook?
I don't know.
But you throw it deep, you get a chance at a pass interference, then you get a free down. I mean, that's
ball just across the 50. 2 seconds to go. They spent a lot of time in the huddle talking about it over there, so maybe they're drawing something up.
It's like in the old flag football days. You draw the play up on the football.
On the foot. Yeah.
You're going to go this way. You're going to go this way.
That way.
I mean, that pass that Dalby completed, the only pass he's completed tonight, was a very good throw.
It was a nice one, yeah. And it was just a little bit off of him catching it in stride.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Roosevelt maybe will drop back a little bit and try to prevent.
They got Maverick Rath out way right, and they got Nicholas Carlson here near side. And that's the only quote-unquote wide receivers that they have lined up. And they're going under center.
So here we go. Final play could be. Drops back, rolls, wings it out there, looking. Oh, it was close. Even if he caught it, though, good coverage. And it was Joshua Hollins out there on the coverage. And we're at halftime. 14-6, Ottumwa leading here. We'll take a break, come back after this on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee Pricing Plus at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. 2025 Ram 1500s with up to $15,000 off. Incredible offers on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee with up to $9,000 off. And new Jeep Wranglers with up to $8,500 off. And save on a new Chevy Silverado 1500 with over $12,000 off. Employee Pricing Plus. Save big now at DeArmond Automotive in Knoxville, Iowa.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
He was always in the top row of the bleachers cheering him on. Parker Nollinger. Parker's escorted by mom Susan and dad Jason. Parker's favorite writer memory is making friends and having fun in marching band. He thanks his family for all their support and love. Camden Lewis. Camden is being escorted by mom Ann and dad Michael. Camden's favorite Rough Rider memory is feeling the highs and lows through all 4 marching seasons and with people you truly care about and appreciate. He thanks his old band director and percussion techs, David Stenke and Dane Crum, for introducing him to how far percussion can be taken and believing in him. Mitch Langbaum. Mitch is being escorted by mother Melissa and father Jesse. Mitch's favorite Rough Rider memory is winning back-to-back outstanding percussion awards at Valley Fest his freshman and sophomore years. He thanks his father for the consistent example of hard work he provided and his mother for never-ending love and support. He also thanks Cam. Keon McDowell. Keon is being escorted by mom Lena and dad Ray, along with siblings Wilder and Paisley. Keon's favorite Rough Rider memory is celebrating with his community throughout homecoming week at the school. He thanks his mom for being his #1 supporter throughout life, motivating him, and he thanks Ms. Peterson for inspiring him to pick up the clarinet. Elspeth Miller. Elspeth is being escorted by mom Sarah, dad Jason, and brother Hudson. Elspeth's favorite Rough Rider memory is winning 2 Emma competition during Winter Guard last year. She thanks all her friends, past seniors, and family for making every day special. Jeremy Powell. Jeremy's being escorted by mom Lisa. Jeremy's favorite high school memory is the bus rides to and from the competitions. He thanks his mom, who has supported him all throughout his marching career and who encouraged him throughout every choice he made. Thank you, Mom. Haley Creeder. Haley is escorted tonight by parents Andrea and Mike. Haley's favorite high school memory is the 2023 Disney trip. She would like to thank her parents for their endless support. Victoria Rivera Alvarez. Victoria is escorted tonight by parents Johannes and Emmanuel. Victoria's favorite writer memory is being able to see the joy in her peers when she helped them with something and seeing others find happiness in a sport. She thanks her mom and brother for always believing in her and her dad for the life lessons. She also thanks her friends, coaches, and staff. Parker's son. Parker is escorted by parents.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We're at halftime here at Mediacom Stadium. Ottumwa up 14-6. Dar Danielson, Blake Walker, run down the scoring for you here. Ottumwa got the ball at the 14 to start out, took it all the way down the field. CJ Vance took it in from 16 yards out with 5:32 to go in the first quarter. PAT was good. It was 7-0. Then a few exchanges back and forth, and Roosevelt finally got it going. They took it down in a run by Shields, 13 yards, with 11:47 to go in the second quarter. Extra point, no good. It was 7-6. Ottumwa. Then right near the end of the first half, minute 35 to go, CJ Vance on one of those where everybody going left, he took it back around right, broke through one tackle, 18 yards out, he scores, and the extra point was good to make it 14-6 here at halftime. So some good things offensively by both these two teams, but the big thing that kind of reared its ugly head was penalties there, yeah. Blake. Let's see, I had go back to that sheet. I know it was, I think I said 11 for Ottumwa. For Roosevelt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 penalties for them there, and they were penalties that kind of hurt drives for both sides of it there. Roosevelt and Ottumwa.
And that's the thing, like the way these two teams are built, drives are completely thrown out the window when penalties like that happen because they just can't afford those kind of things. So I think if you clean those up, it certainly helps. That interception for Roosevelt, that really set the tone of the game. If it wasn't for that interception, all of a sudden we're probably tied or at least 14-13. So that's just something I think that Roosevelt's going to look at when they go into the locker room and just be like, okay, we probably want that one back. But defensively, I think they're doing what they need to have done.
Well, they got quite a halftime show here by the Roosevelt marching band, as you heard the – are those shields they have out there, I think?
I think so,
yeah. Yeah, anyway. But, yeah, so – and then the penalties kind of hurt them on first down where they got into first and long, second and long, and then neither of these two teams, that they had trouble then keeping a drive alive after that.
Yeah, and obviously we saw Ottumwa, the biggest play of the night was that passing play. I don't think you want to rely on that over and over again. I think you're going to want to just keep running the ball. I mean, you're averaging about 4 or 5 yards per carry. There's no reason not to. Ottumwa feels like they're in the driver's seat, but if Roosevelt goes down and scores here, I think it's a different game. Ottumwa has to get a stop out of halftime. If they do that, I think they're set.
Yeah, if they take that opening kicker of the second half and drive all the way down, you're right. Then it makes it a whole new deal, because it seemed like Roosevelt was starting to figure that offense out a little bit. There's a lot of handoffs, a lot of motion here and there, and Dalby does a great job of putting it in the belly, pulling it out, pitching at the last second. He really, the sophomore, runs that offense pretty well for Ottumwa.
Yeah, he does, and it's fun to watch, and it works, and when it works, it works. And I think it's just an offense that he'll grow up through in the next couple of years.
And then Einertson, another sophomore quarterback, had a few passes just out of the reach, a few good passes, and then they've had some good running out of Jaden Shields and Jamari Harrison. And so if they can get everything clicking, but like we said, a penalty just sets you back, and they have a little trouble overcoming that.
Well, and with Einertson, it feels like a lot of his throws are predetermined. And then on the running attack, I think you just got to keep running the ball. I think Shields and Harrison have been a really good 1-2 combo tonight. So I'm excited to see what happens here in the second half, how the offense adjusts for Roosevelt.
And Roosevelt a little successful on those short passes in the flat instead of just taking it deep every time. So we'll see what happens. So the band playing here. We'd like to show you more of the band, but because of the music rights issue, we can't. We'll take a break here. We'll come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee Pricing Plus at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. 2025 Ram 1500s with up to $15,000 off. Incredible offers on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee with up to $9,000 off. And new Jeep Wranglers with up to $8,500 off. And save on a new Chevy Silverado 1500 with over $12,000 off. Employee Pricing Plus. Save big now at DeArmond Automotive in Knoxville, Iowa.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top notch, Rely on the Tornado UTV hopper spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
And we're back here at halftime. Dar Danielson, Blake Walker on an extended halftime show tonight. As, of course, the weather's not bad, so it's
not
we're sitting out here. But team's now out warming up. And we will be over at Waukee Northwest tomorrow night for the Battle of the Key. And it's going to be interesting. Northwest, the number 1 team, and then Waukee, it's a rivalry. I mean, they have some weapons, but not the overall balanced team that I think Waukee is. So it's going to be an interesting matchup tomorrow night.
It is. I mean, Northwest has one of the best offenses in the state and a defense that can back it up. Their 2 best wins are over Valley and Ankeny by a combined 4 points. So, I mean, they've worked out some of the kinks, and they're a very good football team. I think Waukee they're just definitely not the team that they were last year. And, Beckett Baker is a very talented quarterback, but he's coming off an ACL tear. So I think it'll be interesting. I think emotions could play high, and it feels like one of those games that if Waukee's going to win, they have to start fast early. You cannot get behind early. It'll be fun to watch. We also have Valley and Ankeny on tomorrow night.
And that's got, some implications there too.
Most likely, I feel like if Ankeny loses, might not get a home playoff game. It'll be close.
And Northwest has been in this number 1 spot before and didn't finish it out, you know. So that's the thing I think they'll talk about is finishing, getting into the playoffs. And, Southeast Polk has had some struggles here in the last few games. So, 5 Pete might not be there for them, but
they get a chance to rebound tomorrow. They face Johnston at home. Now, granted, they got smoked by Waukee Northwest 38-7, but Johnston just lost to Sioux City East, so something you got to think about. Centennial might be fighting for playoff livelihood. The thing is that I'm pretty sure the last week of the year, it's a pretty easy team for the most part.
I think Centennial plays Sioux City North.
Yeah, so they should win that
North
game.
has not had a great season.
I will say what will probably end up happening is Centennial probably going to be the 16, 15 seed.
Yeah.
So they'll probably have to play Dowling or Northwest, but Centennial plays Dowling tomorrow night. That, Valley, Ankeny, and Waukee Northwest will all be on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Okay, so the clock has now got zeros up there. They reset it to 12. And Roosevelt will get the ball to start the second half. And they need a score and then probably go for 2 if they do.
Yeah.
But Ottumwa's been able to hold their offense down, but for the one drive there. Roosevelt had the only turnover and interception, but Ottumwa rose up and just knocked them back and weren't able to they weren't able to score on that drive. They eventually did, but
they have 4 successful 2-point conversions this year, so not out of the realm of possibility by any means.
Okay. So Dar Danielson, Blake Walker with you on this Thursday night.
We need a Thursday night football jingle for CISN.
Yeah, we got to have something. Rachel, work on that. Rachel's our director.
Get in the garage band and start messing around.
Marion and Gavin on the cameras tonight on a beautiful October night. I hope tomorrow night's as nice because I'll be on the sideline for that one.
I hope the rain holds off for your sake. You might want to bring a poncho.
Rain I don't mind so much. It's the cooler stuff.
You might want to bring a poncho.
I can bring the rain gear.
even if you're not a fan of either of those teams, that atmosphere is going to be the best that we've seen all season long.
Shields and Harrison back deep to receive for Roosevelt. And we're ready to kick off the second half here. Ottumwa in the white on the left. There's the kickoff, going deep, taken at the 5. Up across. Oh, and he's got going too fast there. Shields.
Turf monster.
And, yeah, he saw a lot of open field and tried to get there and then get tripped up.
Returned by Harrison on the kickoff.
He got tripped up by the 24-yard line hash, and they'll take over.
Well, they started passing tonight really well. I mean, it was a scrimmage drive, if you will, but then it kind of waned off, and then the running game started going for Roosevelt. So I'm very curious what they do here in the second half.
What do they come out with?
And it's called they have a new quarterback in. That's what's going to happen. It's Jadrian Knabb has come back in at quarterback.
The senior, Jadrian Knabb, 6 foot 190, comes back in. Sends a man in motion. Wold, hands off to him. Wold looking to cut the corner. Has room, rakes around, gets around the block. He could go 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 76-yard run by Wold on the opening play.
I did not know he had those burners on him. What an unbelievable play. This is just a simple handoff. We've been wondering when Wold was going to be a part of the rushing attack. And, I mean, really, Knabb didn't have to do much. Good blocking, and then boom, he gets to the second level.
Gets around the one block on the edge. Took him 17 seconds to go 76 yards. And now for the two-point conversion here to try to tie it up.
Ironically, that is the second time this year on a CISM broadcast one of the teams has scored on the opening play of the second half. There's statistics for you.
So Jadrian Knabb comes in and gets the handoff for the touchdown on the first play. Trips to the right. Hands it off, and that's going to be stopped in the backfield there. Harrison nowhere on that one. So it'll be 14-12 here. Ottumwa hangs on to the slim lead.
Good play call, good response. Obviously the two-point conversion, not what you want. Kind of surprised they go with a run there.
I thought they might go
5.
play action and throw with the trips over there, but.
And Jadrian Knabb, I mean, he can run. 100 yards rushing this year, albeit 1 yard per carry, but adds a little bit more depth in the backfield. And this is a team that has gotten stops tonight, so we're in for a pretty fun second half here overall.
So, seems like the wind picking up just a little bit. Maybe it's just because it's blowing toward us now. Musinga to kick it off, back deep is C.J. Vance. And also Mason Gravitt. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Ottumwa will start 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ball kicked into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Ottumwa from their 20.
And I know it's shocking or breaking news, but I don't think anything's going to change offensively. I think we're probably going to see a lot of what we saw in that first half.
So 29 seconds in after the kickoff return and then the running play. And here we go. Dalby will come out. And you're right, he didn't go into shotgun. So 2 receivers left, though. Sends a man in motion, hands it off. Heading around the right side, getting some good room.
Tyler Schaus.
Schaus. Yep, Schaus with it. He gets 9 on the carry. Well, here's where if you come right back with a big, long drive, grind off a lot of clock.
Gain of 9, Second and 1 for the Bulldogs.
But again, you're averaging so much on the ground per play.
He hands it off to Schaus again. He'll get the first down, just 2 yards, but he only needed 1, so he gets the first down.
Well, what we've seen 2 or 3 fumbles tonight by Ottumwa, whether that be punt return or whatever, and they've been able to hop back.
Yeah,
on
they got
top
them both.
of them.
The only turnover's been the interception by Roosevelt, and they weren't able to collect on that.
Ottumwa's got away with a couple of them here tonight.
You send Maverick Rath wide to the right, the 2 wing backs, and then Schaus is the tailback. They come in motion, head it back inside. Schaus has some running room, breaks a couple tackles, and
Number 12, Schaus on the run.
gets down, gets about 4 yards, be 2nd and 3.
That was really nice because he waited and he was patient. And he found the hole right where he wanted to go. He's not just a downhill runner, but he can be elusive if he has to be.
Gain of 7 for the Bulldogs. They'll bring up a 2nd.
Well, he picked up 7 on that, so 2nd and 3 at the 38. Their own 38 for Ottumwa. Dalby under center. Pitches. Looking for room on the outside is Vance. Vance will get to the corner and knocked out of bounds for the first down. Tackled by Rami Samir on the tackle. But a first down.
You know, out of the backfield, it doesn't look like it's going to get a lot of yards.
No, it doesn't.
And then he's just able to really work his way up. And
he's got that speed to the edge, and then they get good blocking to seal the edge.
Maverick Rath had really good blocking on the edge there.
There's Hurta in motion. They come back the other way to Vance, and this time Vance goes nowhere. Pulled down immediately.
Mateo Fanfill in on the tackle.
5'6", 180-pound junior linebacker.
There's not many seniors on this defense.
No,
I mean, it's a lot of sophomores and juniors.
Well, you look down the whole lineup, there's not a lot of seniors in there, is there?
Not a ton.
And they, the record isn't great, but they played pretty well.
Correct.
And they'll learn. Dalby back under center again. Hurt in motion. He keeps it. Pitch is late, and they're right there on the pitch that time.
I feel like a lot tonight, Dalby has made the right decision on the pitching. That was probably the worst decision of the
that
night
one maybe
so
he
far.
should have turned it up or give it to Schaus.
But sometimes as a quarterback, you're almost thinking, I don't really want to get hit right here.
So Roosevelt with the lightning strike to score on one play. Now they're on the verge here of getting the ball back. 3rd and 13. We'll see if Ottumwa goes to the pass. They had a big pass play.
If they get
kept
within,
the drive alive.
If they get within 5, I think this is 4-down territory.
Hurta in motion, dropping back, throws it out, and was looking out there for Maverick Rath, but
boy, Roosevelt got away with one. C.J. Vance got grabbed.
Kind of bumped him there.
Yeah, he got maybe horse-collared or something, and somehow, I don't know how, they didn't call anything, but it wasn't intended for him, but still maybe could have been a holding right there.
So Wold will go back to receive the punt here.
I like this Evan Wold kid. I mean, he can move. He's shifty. He's got good speed. Watch out on this punt return.
He had the 76-yard play, and they run into the punter. I don't think it'll be enough, though.
Well, and there's another flag, though.
Yeah,
there was a
flag
holding
down here.
There's a holding all the way at the
So it was
44.
14. If it's a roughing, they would get a first down. If it's just running into. And then, as you say, there's another flag, so they could offset.
I think they're both on Roosevelt, I believe.
Well, yeah. So I think he's going to come over and talk to the coach. They got holding.
They declined the holding call.
That. Roughing the kicker, and that'll be 15. It was 14 yards they needed. So it'll be a first down. It's automatic first down. So.
I mean, we talked about it. Penalties.
Especially on that, when you're going to get the ball back, you got your speedy guy back there who's just scored.
And a team like Ottumwa, you can't just hand them free yards.
No,
I mean,
you give them a second chance, and they could run, if nothing else, run 5 more minutes off the clock here.
Right. It's a big mistake by Roosevelt's defense.
So Dalby back under center again. Hands it off, going back the other way to Vance. And he's ridden out of bounds on the far side.
Ushindi Abwe read that pretty well. He just kind of took him out of bounds. He was the only one that read that.
Well, those ends have done a better job sealing here a little bit. Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6 for Ottumwa. Yeah. Vance on one side, Hurt on the other. Schaus, the tailback. They give it coming back the other way to Hurt, and he gets ripped down. Yeah.
Kamari Tillman had that read the whole time, and what a really good tackle.
They're starting to pick up where the ball is.
You think it's 4 down territory?
I don't know if they are here. I mean, if you punt
you
them,
get at least maybe 3 or 4 yards closer.
Yeah, if you get a few, but with the lead, I'd say punt it deep if you can. And who knows, they got a penalty last time.
I like a C.J. Vance reverse here.
2 receivers right. He's rolling, looking. He's under pressure, going to be sacked. Back at the 50. Number 32, Austin.
It was Austin Cohen got in there, and then number 32 that we don't know.
Yeah. I don't think the PA guy knows either because he.
No, the PA is using the same roster as us. If it's not on bound, nobody has it.
So now Wold will go back to his 15 and will punt here. I'll go back to punt if he can get it off this time.
Well, if I'm Roosevelt, I'm not really trying here. I'm just going to let him punt this thing away. There they go.
High kick. Wold comes up. Fair catch called for. Catches it on his knees up about the 22. And
first and 10, Des Moines Roosevelt.
First and 10 at the 22.
Well, I can't say I learned a lot from that first drive since it was only a play, but a positive.
Well, they had it first and 10 at the 24 on the first drive and took it to the house in one play. And Jadrian Knabb, the senior, back in there at quarterback.
He's left-handed.
Looks left, looks right. Now sends Wold in motion. Hand off to Wold. No, he keeps it. Comes to the left side.
That's a good play call because obviously it worked. I thought for sure they were just going to run the same play.
They did too.
But good decision.
And good pickup.
Yeah, he did. 7 yards.
7 yards. So you said Knapp could run a little bit, and there he does.
More than Einertson can. I think that's the biggest difference maker between the two.
And maybe a little more experience in the senior compared to the sophomore there.
Not sure what his arm is, but he has thrown 3 touchdown passes this year.
Since 3 guys left, Zay, Barry, or 2 guys I should say, fakes it to Wold, hands it off back the other way, looking for some room, and that's Dion Barry. He gets the first down.
It's his first carry tonight, really first action tonight. That's his first positive now yards on the year. He came in 4 rushes for 0 yards.
He's caught 2 passes for 7.
But if you didn't see Harrison and you didn't see Shields in the backfield, you're probably not thinking run.
Yeah, and you're keeping an eye on Wold. He comes out to the left now and trips to the right. So they're mixing things up a little bit offensively. They bring Barry back into the backfield, send Wold in motion, fake it to him, and the quarterback will keep it himself over the right side. And he gets good yardage. Nab.
Nab on the quarterback keeper.
Did you see those guys up front? I mean, that was a really good block.
Yeah.
Roosevelt had that thing figured out, and that's a great call. This is really good play calling.
Well, and they probably said, hey, our defense held. Let's go out there and move the ball a little bit now.
It's more exotic. You feel like the playbook's changed with Jadrian Nab.
Yeah, they're running a little more. They aren't just dropping and passing. 2nd and 3 at the 44. They've been getting big chunks on first down.
They're going to have to hurry here. They only got 5 seconds on the play clock.
Yep, they send all the receivers left. Wold in motion again. They snap it with 0. And Nab will keep it himself, cuts it up again, and inside the 50. A little worried the way he was carrying that ball, like it might get slapped out of there, but now they're into Ottumwa territory here.
Rough Riders have found something.
Yeah.
I mean, Ottumwa was not ready for this, it feels like, or
they're
was not
mixing
scouted.
the offense up here, and then you get another dimension with Nab running it now.
Well, and it was Ottumwa killing clock and whatnot and wearing out the defense. Now it seems like Roosevelt's doing the same thing.
Yeah, they were going with Schaus and Vance. And Nab, empty backfield. And sends man in motion, Barry. And he looks to run, stops, turns the corner, and get a couple there. But good pursuit. Schaus, one of them in there on the pursuit.
One thing I've noticed, though, Nab doesn't seem to be wanting contact. He's kind of just trying to go everywhere, avoid it.
6'1", 190.
I don't know what the stoppage is.
2nd and long here.
Yeah, a lot of sideways running for Nab. I think you got to put your head down one of these times because I think he'd get a lot more yardage than he want.
So,
got Shields in the backfield again. Play clock wasn't set, right?
Yeah, the play clock didn't. Now they got it running. Now Nab claps.
Nab was calling timeout. They didn't acknowledge it.
Well, he picks it up, and
he was
they're going to call him down.
Wow. That happened to a punter earlier this week in college football. I cannot remember who it was for the life of me or what team it was. Oh, it was Illinois. I think that's what it was. But
well, he was going to call timeout because the clock was running down, but then the official said reset the clock, and that just threw the whole timing of everything off and works to Ottumwa's advantage. Now it's 3rd and, 14?
Roosevelt's 2 scores, albeit 15. One of them was on one play. But that first drive, when they did score, there were no penalties that inherited them from scoring. They helped them. But we haven't seen him come back from a penalty this big.
Okay, so Harrison now the back in the backfield. Trips right, one receiver left. And they hand off Harrison. Oh, and he stumbles ahead. Or excuse me, that is Shields.
In a game like this where it feels like field position might matter, I would punt.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've shown they've been able to stop the Ottumwa offense here, so I would try to send it deep.
But it doesn't look like they're going to punt. Kind of surprised they're using a timeout here.
Yeah, they're going to use a timeout. There's 2:30 left here in the 3rd, so.
Tuesday night, October 21st,
but I tend to agree with you. Send it deep because they've been able to stop Ottumwa. Talking about volleyball postseason, and that's coming along. And
we got postseason here in a couple weeks.
We got what?
Postseason here in a couple weeks for volleyball.
And then as we get into November, back to Iowa City for state tournament. So now they're going to punt it. Zay will punt it. And good kick. Over the head, it's going to bounce. Oh, it takes a sideway out of bounds. What a kick. Wow. I thought it was going to bounce in the end zone, but it veered left and goes out.
Are you
right
kidding
ahead of
me?
the pylon. Well, they're going to mark it right at the 1 there. Man, living.
That ball, it just turned.
It bounced and it looked like it was heading into the end zone. And
I have never seen a high school punt like that.
Now that just backs Ottumwa back up to their goal line is Mason Gravitt was back there, and he made this, well, it was over his head, so.
I mean, maybe it was catchable, but at that point, I think you just got to kind of accept it and be like, wow, we just got beat by a very, very good punt. My goodness, that was crazy.
Somewhere Kirk Ferentz is smiling at
I mean, they're at the half-yard line. It's not even the 1-yard line. They are at the half-yard line.
Yeah. Let's see what they do to get out of there. Pitch back, looking for the edge. Turns the corner, gets pretty good yardage to give him a little daylight out there.
That's a good call. Good call. Really, the only thing that was going to stop that was if the ball was bobbled. And
Herta on the run. Well, they've done well on those pitches getting outside. So they pick up, what did they get, about 7 on that? 6? We'll call it 5. Second and 5. So give them a little more breathing room. And, fumble. That's the first mishandle we've seen in the backfield there.
Boy, Ottumwa's got to be thanking their lucky stars. That's what, 3 or 4 fumbles tonight now that are like bobbled balls that have dropped. And
C.J. Vance gets right on that. You see the replay here, and he tried to pitch that with a guy hung all over him. So 3rd and 10. You got to watch the pass a little bit, but you got to be more thinking about the outside run, I think, here.
I don't think they pass in this situation. I think no matter what, you're thinking punt and you're thinking give your punter room.
No, they come back inside, and he goes up. It's still going and gets the first down.
Ball came out. It was a fumble.
Did he pick it up off the fumble? I couldn't tell where it was at. But
Ty John Bradford was the one who came out with it. That ball just popped free in the middle of the run.
See it here. I missed the ball coming out of there. It comes around. Yep, there it is right there. Late. Okay. And he tried to return it. So the beautiful punt pays dividends here.
Punting is winning.
There you go. 1st and 10 at the 15. They're in the red zone. Here, Roosevelt is with 45.2 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Back to Einertson at quarterback.
He wings it out to Wold. Wold cuts it inside, gets down to the 11. And Tate Froy with the tackle.
If you like Big Ten football, this game's for you. This is what everyone thought Iowa-Wisconsin was going to be
like. Yeah, back and forth, slugging it out.
This is what Iowa-Penn State
might be the last play of the third quarter, unless they come out in a hurry.
This is a lot of fun.
No, I think they're going to stay in the huddle, let it run down, go down the other end. No, now they come out quick.
Coaches say, let's not.
And they let the clock run down. Well, we got a ball game. Hang on here. Roosevelt trying to take the lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter coming up after this on CISN.TV.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
Back here at Mediacom Stadium, and the end of the third quarter, a wild one. Roosevelt had a punt that rolled down, looked like it's going to go through the end zone, rolls out at the half-yard line. They force a punt by Ottumwa. Now they got it 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line, trailing by 2 here. Hand off, cuts it through, dives across Harrison, and he'll get the first down. And that'll make it 1st and goal at the 4 for Roosevelt.
This crowd's into it.
Yeah.
Even though they're on offense, they're making some noise here.
You know, things turned around quickly there. Wind picking up a little bit. Here's Roosevelt, 1st and goal at the 4. Dropping back, looking, he's brought down, sacked. Everybody covered. Joshua
Jesus
Sanchez, excuse me.
Well,
the bifocals aren't working real good there.
He's lucky he didn't fumble. I mean, he got smoked.
And he stood there at a couple seconds, but nobody open.
Roosevelt can technically kick this, but their kicking just has not been good this year. They haven't even attempted a field goal anyway this year.
2nd and goal at the 11.
Ooh, they just got yards back. They got 5 back. Joshua Lee of Ottumwa jumps early.
So they brought Einertson back in. So, yeah, they got not quite all the sack yards back. They had it 1st and goal at the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal at the 6.
I don't think you pass here. I feel like you got to keep it on the
you
ground.
got to try to pound it in, I think. You're right. They send Wool back. He spins around. Handed off. Harrison down to the 4. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Boy, is it 4-down territory, or do you kick a field goal? You know, it's
well. You said they haven't. Yeah, they haven't
tried a normal field goal.
What
this
are they
year.
at on extra points? Because that's about the extra.
They're 3 of 7 on
3
extra
of 7,
points this
so
year. Not great.
Not great.
I mean,
so
and this is an extra point, pretty much.
Yeah.
But even if they score, obviously they'll go for 2, but they can only get it to 6.
Here we go. 3rd and goal at the 4. Handoff. Whoa! He drives through and gets tripped up.
What do you do?
Mason Gravitt on the tackle.
Well, and the thing is that if they don't get this, Ottumwa gets the ball at the 20. So it's not like, I mean, I know the kicking hasn't been great. I just think I'd try a kick, but they're going to go for it.
Yeah, but maybe if they don't, I mean, they held them at the 1. Let's see here. Walden, her to go left. There's the snap. Handoff, looking for room. Pushes again. 2nd effort. Touchdown! Harrison. Jamari Harrison just kept pushing and waiting.
There is a very, very late flag in. I don't know what this is going to do.
Let's see here.
But there is a really, really late flag.
Yeah.
I don't think this should change.
I don't think it'd change if it's against Ottumwa. They would be closer on a 2-point attempt.
I mean, it was so late.
Wait to see here.
Whatever it is, it's on Samuel Zeze, but I don't know what this does. I thought the score should count.
Well, let's see.
There's the touchdown.
Touchdown is good.
Yep.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Touchdown is good for Roosevelt.
So Samuel Zeze did something after the play, but
well,
still, I mean,
if that comes back on the kickoff, or is it going to be the extra point?
They're going to do the extra point.
Yeah, so that's out here.
From the
so
18,
now,
from the 17.
You're still really, only going to get 6.
I was going to say, even if you don't even get this, it really doesn't matter because you can't get a field goal.
Right now, they got to get a touchdown. Ottumwa does it the way it stands, but
yeah, that was a really late flag. Mitchell Jordan was on the receiving end of it for Ottumwa. That's the only one I know. Boy, what effort by Harrison.
So here we go. Yeah, the ball's out at the 18 for the extra point try. Throwing to the corner. Oh, overthrew a man wide open. He had Armand Peterson out there. And no good, so we'll take a break, come back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Here's the Roosevelt kickoff. Taken at the 8. Gavitt looking for room, and he gets it up to the 20.
Well, so the Ottumwa team, the Ottumwa offense probably was going to punt that last time out, but the fumble was what really led to that Roosevelt offensive strike. And now if you're Ottumwa, I think they're averaging about 6 minutes per possession.
But even with the punt, Roosevelt likely would have had a fairly good field position, you know, but then they got it, where was it, at the 15. That's Roosevelt's first lead of the night, too.
They have clawed back.
After coming back, some big plays, a big punt.
But have also left 3 points on the board because you can't hit a field goal and you can't get the 2-point conversion.
And up the middle, Schaus.
I think what Coach Light's going to do here is he's just going to keep running that clock. I mean, there's really no reason not to. Yes, Roosevelt scored in one play, but, like, if I'm him, just roll this clock down as far as you can.
And now they're 0 for 3 on the field goals.
Yes, but a field goal doesn't win a game, so it's.
But they've hit all their extra points tonight. Handoff, breaks free up the middle, breaks the tackle down to the 40. Schaus almost took it to the house. Wow.
With his size, it doesn't look like he has breakaway speed, but my goodness, I thought he was about to go to an extra burner there.
See the replay here. Just takes it and got to two defenders, then splits him again, and one last guy pulls him down. Wow. We're turning into a game of some big plays here now in the fourth quarter.
Records don't indicate how good games are. I can tell you that.
No.
These two teams are so evenly paced.
And pitch out to Vance. Vance has some room, breaks outside, stiff arms, and gets knocked out of bounds on the far side.
That's a lot of credit to the wide receiver, Maverick Rath. Easily could have blocked in the back. Easily could have, because he got beat. But he just waited. He said, all right, if he makes the tackle, he makes the tackle. But they didn't want to give it away on a penalty.
Well, trailing for the first time, Ottumwa's woken up the offense here. And they've gone down the field quickly. Spencer Dalby up under center. Schaus behind him. Vance in motion, takes the pitch over the right side, looking for room, breaks a tackle, and then gets rudely bumped out of bounds.
Really haven't seen a pitch to the short side of the field tonight.
No.
It's really the first time they've tried it.
And
clock stop, and I'm not really sure why.
The official blew the whistle for some reason. I don't see a flag, but they didn't start the clock.
Well,
let's see.
Officials coming over here to this near side. 7:31.
Yeah, he's telling the clock 7:31. Okay. Pretty good on the press box.
I'm kind of surprised they don't have microphones for the refs here.
Didn't he have it to start?
I think they did.
And then it went out, I
think they did.
Well, he wore it out in the first half. There were a lot of penalties. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. 2nd and 5 at the 19 for Ottumwa. They've just gone down for the first time. Oh, the ball's free, and Ottumwa might get back on it.
Boy, I don't know how that thing popped free. I thought it was like batted in the air or something if he threw it.
It was Parker Duncan, the junior lineman, got on that. It flopped out of there. Let's see here what happened. Oh, he was trying to pitch it and got hit. Dalby was. So 3rd and 5 on the 19. Pitch back this time, looking for room over the left side, cuts it up, and then a good tackle. Beautiful tackle there.
He is short by maybe 3 inches.
Yeah. I got a sneaking suspicion they're going to go for it, though.
I don't think math and logic here says Ottumwa should get this.
Yeah.
4th
and 1 at the 15.
Maybe once or twice tonight, when it's under center like this, they haven't gotten it.
Roosevelt crowd trying to give some support here. As Dalby will come up. Schaus right behind him. Handed off to Schaus. He easily gets the first down. He got a couple yards. He needed about 1. And they'll move the sticks and keep the clock rolling here.
Yeah, but they've moved the ball so well. The clock's definitely, as of right now, Roosevelt's going to get a good chunk of time.
Yeah, they moved it so quickly on a couple big plays.
Unless
that they didn't
really wants to slow this down.
Burn it all the way down, but
the first down marker is down at the 3-yard line, so they can kill a little bit more if they want to.
We get up to the under center with 7 seconds. Pitch back again to Vance. Vance looking for the corner. Gets to the 10, cuts it up, and is pulled down. The clock will keep rolling.
Roosevelt wanted a hold on the backside. They didn't get it.
Tackle by number 36 for the Riders, Rami Samir.
Rami Samir over there on the tackle again, the linebacker for the Riders. 2nd and 5, but they don't mind taking the time, as you said. Vance on the left, Schaus Straight behind. Vance goes in motion. Hands it to Schaus, and he's met at the line. Pushed back, no gain. Maybe you lose a yard there.
Yeah, he did. Now they're at the 10. I think he lost 2.
3rd and 6. They can get a first down about the 3. Again, 4 down territory. You got to score. Gets a shot. And no, he kept it and got sacked.
I thought for sure he gave it to Schaus, but he didn't.
He kept it and he was looking to pitch left and he got hit.
That's one he's going to want back when he goes back on film.
He was going to try to pitch it left.
Well, this could be for the game right here.
Yep. 4th and 12 at the 15. Ottumwa takes a timeout to talk it over. Now, if you're wondering, they did have a pass that kept the 4th down, kept the drive alive earlier, but they don't pass it all that much.
That's the thing. If you're defensive-minded for Roosevelt, how in the world do you go about this? Do you stack the box and assume, they might run it? Or do you just, I don't know.
You got to watch the pitch to the corner, I think.
The passing plays in these short yardage situations have pretty much been the same. It's just a rollout and it's 2 guys.
Guy goes straight down and boom.
The playbook's pretty wide open here if you're Ottumwa.
It's a little more compact here, as you can't let him get to the goal line. So you see the Ottumwa huddle over there. And, man, this has turned out to be a good ball game.
It says Thursday night football is not fun.
Yeah.
It could be for the game. You never know. Roosevelt, that last drive, used up a lot of clock. Not saying it will be, but.
So here we go. Dalby under center. Schaus behind him. That's C.J. Vance on the left wing. Hurd on the other side. Hurd in motion. Dropping back. Throws it out. Vance! Touchdown!
Boy, it's a great throw, but C.J. Vance pushed off.
I think there was a push off there.
The ref
I didn't want to say it, but
really missed it, I feel like.
Yeah.
We'll know here if we have a replay of it, but it sure looked like he pushed off. And the whole Roosevelt sideline thought so as well. I guess we don't have a replay of it, but.
So that gives him 20. This would make it 21. And the Roosevelt fans are kind of saying the same thing.
Well, I agree.
I do agree with them, too.
I pushed off quite a bit.
Oh, flag blows it dead before they can kick it.
Flag on the play.
False start. Well, that could be big, but.
But the fact that Roosevelt hasn't kicked field goals. Really.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would be in the normal where you.
I guess that is a good thing for Roosevelt. They can try a field goal to try to tie it if it gets down to it. But.
Yeah. Neither kicking has not been the strong, although PATs, he's only missed 2 this year. But this is a little longer. This will make it a 25-yard PAT to put him up by 3. Kick is up and good.
No, he missed it.
No, did he?
Missed it to the right.
Oh, I thought he was putting the hands up, but no good. Okay. So 20-18. Back to a 2-point game. Wow.
I tell you what.
I thought he was coming out to put the hands up, and he waved them.
It has been a wild one tonight. And obviously for Roosevelt, they're going to look back at that.
Yeah.
And from my point of view, it sure looked like Vance pushed off with the one hand and then got his separation. But
I thought he did too from it.
Just a tough miscall. But, Roosevelt moved the ball pretty well that last drive. I am surprised that they brought in Einertson on a short field situation, but
yeah, they were close to a big return here.
Now, I will say, Roosevelt almost has had chances at returning these kids, too. So it's
Shields and Harrison will go back deep.
But the wind is at Ottumwa's back here if they want a chance.
Yeah, because I'd almost squib it down there, but we'll see what they do. 3:51 to play. Ottumwa back on top by 2. Yep, they're going to squib it. Oh, pins balls around. Picked up by Harrison, and then he's snowed under.
Boy, if this is a Ottumwa ball.
So
nope, hung on to it. Boy, he just could not hang on to it. He just kept thinking, I got to get running, I got to get running.
Yeah, and Shields had the first attempt, and he couldn't pick it up either.
That makes this game-winning drive possibly way harder than it maybe needs to be.
They took out the return there by bouncing it, squibbing it down there. So kicking game has been big here late. The big punt for Roosevelt, now a squib kick. So there for Ottumwa. So 1st and 10 at the 15 for Roosevelt with 3:47 to play. Send Wold in motion. He drops back behind the quarterback. Hand it off. Looking for room over the left side. Bowling up ahead.
You got plenty of time. I don't think you have to be too fancy on these play calls. That type of play call is exactly what Roosevelt needs to get downfield.
Yeah, because if you bust one of those, 2 timeouts too for Roosevelt. 2nd and 2.
Malachi Oakley comes limping heavily off the field.
Einertson was back in at quarterback now. Fake the handoff, looks for the throw, across the middle. Oh, right in the hands.
Yeah, got to catch that if you're Samuel Zeze. Right in his pocket.
And that's the one, that short route they haven't tried tonight. They're going deep. So 3rd and 2.
Feel like this might be an obvious run situation.
Yeah. Because you got to get that first down. 3rd and 2. Going to hand it off to Shields, and he gets the first down.
And stops the clock.
Yeah, I was looking to see. Stops it on the first down, and then they said he did go out of bounds, I guess. So exactly 3 minutes to play. Ball out to the 21 for Roosevelt. And he sends Zeze wide to the right. Send Wold in motion. He cuts inside, cuts back. Handoff. That's Shields.
They're trying to get Ottumwa to focus on Wold, and they're just not doing it. They're staying pretty much locked in on the backfield, so you're going to have to open it up here soon.
Yeah, he's the one that took that handoff to start the second half and took it 76 yards. And still time, but you're going to need to get it up the field a little quicker. Trips right. Handoff. Room up the middle. And Ottumwa will be happy with that. Giving up 3 yards.
They should be very happy with how this defensive drive is going, because we're already closing in on 2 minutes. And they're just kind of chipping away slowly but surely, but you need bigger plays than this.
2 receivers
you get
out.
Stopped, you're not getting the ball back.
1 left. Dropping back. Wings it out and through the hands of Wold. So it brings up 4th and 5.
The way the game has gone tonight, this is for the game. I don't think Roosevelt gets the ball back if they don't get this.
Is no.
So this is a must-have it.
You can't punt it. There's not enough time, so this would be it. 4th and 5 at the 31. 1:49 to play. Roosevelt does have 2 timeouts, but you got to move the chains first.
On these short situations, they've just handed it off. We'll see if they do it again.
And now a timeout.
I'm kind of surprised you used one there, but.
Well, you got to get the first down, so
Yeah,
you got to make sure everybody's got the page. They had Settle and Zeze out wide right. Now they call the timeout. I know this is bad. We're keeping you past your bedtime here. You got another game tomorrow night. Can you handle that? Or
Going to be a fun one tomorrow night. Ankeny, Centennial, Dowling, Valley, Ankeny, Waukee versus Waukee Northwest, all coming up on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
John Schaefer will join us over at Waukee Northwest. And for that.
Well, let's see what Coach Brune pulled in the playbook here.
Yep, so again, 4th and 5 could be the ball game here for Roosevelt. Trips right. Wold is the inside man. Zeze the outside. Dropping back. Throw it into Zeze. It looked like early contact there, but nothing called.
Wow.
And Zeze got knocked down.
Yeah, he was there early.
Yeah.
It could go either way, but that'll most likely do it.
And the ball will go over on downs to Ottumwa.
John Winchell, I mean, he was there early, I feel like, but that's a tough no call.
And Roosevelt fans not happy.
Yeah, with only 1 timeout, this thing is most likely over.
So you probably go to a knee, don't you?
Yeah, I would. Just keep using the clock up.
Because you don't want to have anything where you get a fumble and turn it over.
Right.
Dalby comes up. Schaus is behind him. Well, they're going to hand it off. Schaus.
Well, first down ends it, so.
Yeah. He gets a good pickup on first down.
And it doesn't look like Roosevelt's using their 1 timeout left. Helmet came off.
So he's got to go out for play. Get somebody else in there.
Well, this is going to be a good win for Ottumwa. I mean, it's been a rough 3 weeks.
Yeah,
played 2 of the top 10 teams in 5A. And then
put them on back up to 500.
Yeah, played Norwalk, who's also in the RPI top 16. That would be in the playoffs. So this is a good, gritty road win against a pretty good Roosevelt team. And for Roosevelt, I don't know about you, Dar, but they're very young.
Very young,
This is a team that has a lot out in front of them, and I'm excited to see what happens next year.
Play either way here. On this one, they could have taken it, but
yeah, a couple things change, and this is a different ball game. But
we'll hand it to Schaus again. He's going to go right up the middle. That'll be a first down, and that, for all intents and purposes, will be the ball game there. Roosevelt could stop it once, but Ottumwa scored first on their first drive, took it down. They took it from the 14 all the way down. And Roosevelt scored later, missed the extra point. Ottumwa scored again, went up 14-6. They go in the victory formation here. Then Wold scored 76-yarder to lead off the second half, and it was 14-12. Then Roosevelt scored again, went up 18-14. Ottumwa came back and scored 20-18, and the clock will run out. Ottumwa players run to the sidelines. They're going to go to 4-4, and Roosevelt will drop to 2-6 on the season. But we said all night, young Roosevelt team, and they showed some spark and some some things that to keep working at it. They're going to be a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think this is just like I said. things like these aren't built in a day, and I think with the merger of them and Hoover, it's a really good thing for the future of the team. And it's a tough loss tonight, but credit to Ottumwa. I mean, really fun game on both sides. And I'm glad Ottumwa got a win here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. It's been a rough showing the last couple of weeks, but good for them. Really nice game.
Again, big slate of games tomorrow night. Check it out on social media. Thanks to the entire crew here tonight as Ottumwa wins this one 20-18. I'm Dar Danielson for